What's Bandit to me? Gosh, everyone thinks of the Bandit tour, but I would say Bandit is more of a philosophy to me than anything else. The truth is, to me, Bandit is just doing the right thing for all the right reasons. And it's kind of, there's a little bit of throwing caution to the wind and just letting fate bring things together with goodwill and good people and good spirits.
My name is Kristen Ryan.
David Grant.
Davis Wong.
Jessica Demos.
Chris Karpushin.
Rosie Nathu.
Brittany Neal.
I am Pratima Raizada and I am a bandit.
My name is Jack Mercer and I am a bandit.
And I'm a bandit.
And I am a bandit.
To serve and an opportunity to give back with what you are good at, in my case, my technical abilities, motivated me to be a bandit and to be on this trip.
I wanted to be a bandit because it gave me the opportunity to work with some really amazing nonprofits.
I knew it was a great opportunity to go out and make a difference for nonprofits.
I knew that was part of it, but I didn't realize how important that was until I was actually there in a room with someone whose day-to-day job is really make a difference in people's lives.
Hi, my name is Michelle Malpass. I am the Director of Community Performance for Traction on Demand, and I'm really excited to be here at our 6th annual launch of the Bandit Tour for Good. For me, the mission of the Bandit Tour is really about doing good, inspiring others to do good, and also just to have fun. So we have a really great crew going down the road this year en route to Dreamforce, so stopping in Seattle, Portland, delivering pro bono services there, and then doing some really fun volunteering along the coast of Oregon and California, delivering good all the way down to San Francisco.
I'm Matt McDonnell and I work for BC Wheelchair Sports Association. My role is office administrator and database administrator. BC Wheelchair Sports Association is a provincial sports organization that oversees wheelchair sports for the province. We cover the sports of athletics, which is like throws and racing. We do wheelchair rugby and we do wheelchair tennis. The data we collect helps us not only maintain and form better donation campaigns, it also helps us track membership and follow up with engagement with people who are either newly injured or new to the sports. And the less time they have to spend doing data maintenance and working and keeping track of everything on the database, the more time that frees them up to do the jobs that they get to help people in the community.
My name is Katie. I work for Big Brothers of Greater Vancouver. Big Brothers' mission is to put a mentor in the life of every child and youth who needs one. Technology is really important for us because it allows us to track everything that we have. And ultimately, our goal is to help more kids. I mean, we have programs all throughout the Lower Mainland, and some of our programs in Surrey, Richmond have very long wait lists for children. So having this information will allow us to grow and allow us to reach more people and recruit more volunteers and reach more children overall, because that's our ultimate goal, is to help the most children we can.
The second part, which is the more emotional part, I suppose, was helping out Teen Feed.
I guess the one nonprofit that stood out would be the New Beginnings.
And it was just enabling their admin through like training and teaching.
Again, just being able to just do something that we do every day. Well, not every day, because I don't create validation rules every day, but I created some validation rules that, simple for us to do, but make such a huge impact on what they're able to do.
So it's just really nice to be able to help someone out and by training them so they could go back and have like really to actually affect change at their organization when they go back.
I'm Dave Avera. I'm VP of Global Alliances at Salesforce.org. .org is a social enterprise working with nonprofits started by Mark Benioff to really drive impact in the nonprofit and higher education markets through our product, through volunteer time of our employees, as well as investment in our nonprofit sector. Our relationship with Traction has really been unique, and it's sometimes hard to find those partners that are aligned not only in the expertise of Salesforce, but also in caring about our customers the way we do and caring about the impact and really trying to make our whole ecosystem better.
I'm Lauren Smith, and I work for New Beginnings, and I'm our data coordinator there. New Beginnings was the first organization in Seattle dedicated to ending domestic violence. So what we do is we work with survivors and children to safety plan, provide advocacy services, housing support, and we also do a lot of outreach in the community to educate adults and youth about preventing and ending domestic violence. The attraction team was amazing. One of the big issues that we had was a lot of duplicate contacts in our database, and they were able to help us with some tools so that we can see duplicates as they're getting created. We've really managed to make the process of finding duplicates a lot more easy, and it's probably going to save me many minutes, if not hours of time.
My name is Stephanie Curl, and I am the Salesforce intern for TeamFeed. TeamFeed works with over 800 volunteers in order to help offer support, meet basic needs, and build strong relationships with homeless youth ready to come off the streets. Today with the Traction team, we set up an entire process for logging our meal team donations. So the teams that come in and volunteer to cook these hot, nutritious meals, they set up a process for us to be able to track that efficiently. So we can track volunteer hours, we can track what they served for meal, and we can track the advocates and allies who are also there. I come to work for TeamFeed because I used to be a guest at TeamFeed from the ages to 22 to 25. So I know exactly how much of a difference TeamFeed can make in someone's life. No matter where I was going to be sleeping that night, I always knew that I was never going to go to bed hungry thanks to TeamFeed. So now that I have this new great skill with Salesforce, I can bring that back to them and be able to offer something in return.
My name is Kai Williams. I'm the Executive Director of the International Wildlife Rehabilitation Council, and we provide resources and training on wildlife rehabilitation all around the world. In fact, we just finished a class in Panama. So actually, we're working on a few things. We've been in Salesforce long enough now that we've got some fields we're not using anymore and some things we want to change around, and we want to learn best practices for how to remove those. But the other thing is we've got some new volunteers. Well, they're not new volunteers, but they're going to be new to Salesforce. And I need to learn how to get them into Salesforce appropriately so everybody is not an administrator. All over the world, people are interested in animals, but we're a little bit more maybe divorced from the environment in a lot of places, more than we were before. And so people see things happen and they're not really sure what to do. So that's where we come in. We get to go in and help them so then they can help their communities with wildlife. And it's really exciting to be able to do that all over and work with communities.
I think the day that we were in Coos Bay we were all a little bit lost because we all really wanted to do something and feel good about what we were on the trip for and really live the spirit and the mission of Bandit, and we couldn't. That threw a bit of a wrench in our plans, but it was something that became a little bit of good out of it and gave us time to reflect on why we were doing Bandit.
Over the last 6 years with Coos Bay, what we've done is we've done work with the Surfrider Foundation, we've done beach cleanup, and we've learned a lot about some of the challenges specifically around usage of methamphetamines there are here. This year, things didn't come together as we'd hoped with Surfriders. They were unable to meet up with the Bandits. It is the weekend, and there's personal time there too for these volunteers, and so we were left to our own devices.
And by speaking to some people in the area, we thought it would be a good idea to buy some sporting equipment, come out to a park and give it to kids who just might not have it, and maybe even clean up the park and make it a bit safer for them.
We stumbled upon this park that we're at now. It's fairly empty. There's certainly some garbage and some remnants of drug use here. And guess what? There's no kids. And the vision of us bringing a bunch of balls and making a kind of a fun day happen, well, that didn't come together.
What I often hear from nonprofits is the funding that they receive is typically tied to activities or initiatives that they're running, and what that can translate to is less resources available for more of the overhead tasks. And what is interesting is that we're able to focus our efforts, because we're technology based, on that what's seen as overhead, but actually translates into a more efficient company, more efficient nonprofit. And they're able to use that saved time and energy and channel that into running on other initiatives.
I think the most interesting part of this journey is here are a bunch of people who are on a road trip called the Bandit Tour for Good, who are trying to engage and do the right thing for a number of great causes within a community, and we actually really are struggling to find a way to engage as individuals.
Giving's hard. This morning definitely made that very apparent.
And I think the best way to kind of make an impact with nonprofits and the communities that they support is just being very intentional with your time, with your money, with your ability to do good.
We tried to go out on our own and it didn't quite work out. It really makes you appreciate the organizations that have decided to dedicate themselves to trying to give back or trying to support and build their community.
It truly galvanizes the point and purpose of these incredible nonprofit organizations that are here, that are sustaining themselves and driving continuous efforts around specific causes. Giving is hard, giving takes a lot of effort, a lot of forethought, and without nonprofits, it's almost impossible to give.
The number one for me was probably meeting Justin. He's just the coolest person ever. He was super inspiring, and getting the opportunity to be with him in the Sequoia Tree Park, where he would walk us around and just tell us everything that he knew, and he knows so much. It was that was the coolest thing.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait! Okay, now.
My future advice to any bandits or people who are considering to being bandits in the future is just to be a yes person.
Dive in heads first.
Pee when you can, sleep when you can.
So I was really happy that I accepted the fact that I just wouldn't get much sleep.
And remember to take a moment to just take it all in.
Because you don't want to miss out on activities just because you're tired.
Go with an open heart and an open mind.
This opportunity, not everyone gets it.
It's a great way for you to make new friends that you didn't think you would before.
Don't leave anything in the tank, because it's a pretty awesome experience.
You'll get to meet a lot of passionate people in this nonprofit world where they have dedicated their life to this whole community.
I know when I kind of contemplate this whole notion of Bandit, it's about hopefully inspiring others and building a broader following and doing it not for yourself, but doing it for the best interests of others.
I think we started something, gonna tell the world again. Oh, you're so beautiful, I just can't hold it in.